immediately. What is the result? 2 plus 3. What is the result? Okay. But if you give that tax to the computer earlier, it will take the 7 days, 8 days to giving you output. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is the bigger problem in the computer. Computer means when you give any kind of input to the computer forget. It is forget where the value is stored. Okay. So again, when what is trying computer trying to get the value is not getting it in the proper timing.
Yeah.
Clear? So
Yeah.
that for giving the output, it will take the timing. Okay.
Yeah.
But now we are using different high version of computer, 10th generation. So this computer is very fast. You are giving a input and it is giving you immediately output. Because in our generation, we do not want for waiting of the data. Okay, means
Okay.
you want that whole world is hold in your fingertips. Okay, you are accessing the world with the fingertips. Yes or no?
Yeah.
You are using WhatsApp, you are searching some what,
Yeah.
data, okay, in Google, okay.
Okay.
All the world you manage through your what, your fingertips. Clear?
Yeah. Sorry.
A computer accept three part. One is it accept the input from a user, process the input, and generate the output. Okay, so first of all, if you want to add a number, what is the suppose I want to add 2 plus 3, so what is the input you have to give in a calculator?
You put 2 plus 3 is the input.
You have to give 2 and 3 plus symbol as an input, then your
Yeah.
processing is what, equal symbol you are press for getting your result.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is called the processing. Okay, the computer works in the three phases. One is it accept the input from a user, process the input, and generate the output. Clear?
Yes.
So this is called as IPO cycle, input, process, output. The computer working through the IPO cycle, input, process, and another is output. Clear?
Yeah.
Like when you want to log in, you have Gmail, Yahoo account, or any mailing account.
We have a Gmail account and 2 Outlook accounts.
Okay, so in that account, first of all you have give your ID,
Yeah.
then you are giving a password.
Yeah.
Then when you are giving ID and password, then it is verifying you that you are the correct user or not. Means have you signed up or not? Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So that thing is called as a processing. So it is finding that you are the correct user or not. Clear?
Yeah. Clear.
The cycle of activity performed by a computer is known as IPO cycle. The computer follow IPO cycle. First, we give the input through your keyboard, through your mouse. What are the input you are given? It is converted to the what? It is processed, your input, and it is generating the output. Clear?
Yeah. Clear.
In the world, what are the application? Means like we're using WhatsApp, we're using Facebook, we're using Telegram, some app is there for communicating the other person. So previously this communication media is not there. Earlier people when want to giving information to each other, they are sending a letter or telegram they are using. Okay.
Okay.
But now what happened, immediately we can communicate. It is not possible that in earlier days, like before 30 years, the peoples are usually communicate with each other through the letter, which is very time taking. If you want to send a single message, then you have to wait for longer period of time. But
Yeah.
but now what happened? Whole the world is connected through the internet or through the computer. Yes or no?
Yes, it is.
Yes. So you are in USA. I am present at India. So we are communicating with each other through this media. Okay. So it
Um,
it makes our life as flexible. Okay. We can communicate with the world. The world is with us now. Okay, by sitting at our home, we can communicate the different part of the country, different part of the world. Clear?
yes, clear.
See that if you want to represent your IPO cycle graphically or diagrammatically, input, process, output, in this way you have to define. See that why diagram is required. If in a content like you in your book, you have some kind of text, you have some kind of picture.
Yeah,
When when there is a picture, it is making you interesting or not?
it is.
Because from the picture it is giving you more attractive, okay, than the written thing. Okay. And uh, in a traffic area, when you move a highway, if there is a schooling area, so there is a symbols are there. Okay.
Yeah,
If there is some work is progress, so it is showing you work in progress. Okay. So there is not written that work is progress school area, so it is giving you the symbol. From the symbol we coming to know that there is a school area, there is the working in progress, so we have to what cursors for that while driving. The picture is giving you the better idea, okay, to what analyze the things. Is that clear?
yeah, it is.
Any question, any doubt till now?
Um,
Okay, fine. Here's some tags. Okay, so you have to tell me uh, obtaining the juice of a fruit using juicer machine. So here, what is the input?
um, can you repeat that? So, obtaining the juice of a fruit using a juice machine. So the input is like pressing the buttons, like um blend like blend the fruit,
Yeah.
and and then like juice the fruit, and then the out sorry the process is that it will juice the fruit, and then the output is that the fruit will be juiced.
Okay, good. So your input is your fruit. It may be your apple, it may be your orange, if your banana. Okay. Then your processing is what? Now you have to grinding it, process it. Okay, or you have to mix it. Okay. After mix up, then you are getting your juice. Okay. So output is your juice, input is your fruit, processing is what mixing that thing. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, uh, baking a bread. Have you prepared? Means your mom is prepared the cake in your home.
Yeah, I
Yes.
have. Yeah, I have. So so baking. So the input is that you put a cake inside the oven, and then you have to press bake at 355 Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit, and then and and then the process is that the oven will get very hot inside, and then the output is that the cake will be baked.
Very good. Okay. So similar way, like baking for making a bread, you have what some baking powder, soda, and you have to put all the ingredients in the oven. Then after some time, you are getting your cake. Your cake is prepared. Okay. Washing clothes in a washing machine. So what is the input?
So the input is putting the dirty clothes inside the washing machine, and
Okay.
then the process is that the washing machine will like you put like a Tide Pod, you put some like cleaning thing in, and then it will like and then the process is that the washing machine will clean it, and then the output is you'll get clean clothes.
Good, 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 good. So these are the process. So see that computer is nothing. It is based upon our human need. According to our need, computer has made. Computer instruction has made. Clear?
Yeah.
A computer is a electronic device. It needs the set of instruction called as program to perform the IPO cycle. Okay. So,
Okay.
do you know which operating system you are using in your desktop?
What do you mean by which operating system?
Operating system like for uh, operating the hardware. Like when you are using a mobile phone, you have some kind of software.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Yeah, that is what? That is your Linux operating system. Your mobile phone is having Linux operating system. Clear?
yeah.
So this operating system, it is required to operate your hardware device. You have the hardware device like you have mouse, you have keyboard, okay, you have monitor. For making them enabled or for making as a workable, we have a operating system. It
Yeah.
is operate your system, computer, your computing devices. Clear?
Yeah. So like Windows.
Windows, good, good.
I think I have Windows.
Yes, yes, yes. Good, good. So this these are called as the operating system. It is enabled to work with the various hardware device. This hardware device is your mouse, is your printer, is your keyboard. Okay.
Okay.
So a computer is an electronic device. It needs the set of instruction called as a program to perform the IPO cycle. The computer doesn't work itself. So we need give some kind of instruction. We provide some kind of instruction. Clear?
Yeah. Clear.
So that instruction should be provided by using the specific language. So that call as programming language. We communicate with each other through a language. That is English language. Okay. So
Okay.
similar way, in the different part of the world, people are communicating with each other through the different languages. Clear?
Yeah. Clear.
Computer doesn't understand any kind of programming language. Computer only understand 0 and 1. Okay, so
Okay.
what are the A, B, C, D? It is written in your keyboard. The computer doesn't understand. Computer only understand that is 0 and 1. 0 is off, 1 is on. Clear?
Yeah. Clear.
So any instruction that you provide to the computer, so it is converted all the instruction into 0 and 1 format. Okay.
Okay.
If you provide your name, Sri, then computer converted these three as 0 and 1, 0, 1, 3, 4, 5. So it is not possible for a human being to remember the numbers. How many number you have to remember? So you have to remember or you have to store the name in the form of a number. Okay, if you want to save a number, we save the number and we give a name because name we can remember, but number it is not possible for remembering. because the instruction that you have to pass through the computer is like a huge number. You cannot remember it. Clear?
Mhm. Yeah, clear.
So that we have to give the instruction to the computer through a specific language. That is called as a programming language. Then there is a question. Computer no programming language. It is a electronic device. So how the computer learn the language? The computer doesn't know languages. We
Mhm.
provide the instruction to the computer in the form of a programming language. Clear?
Uh, yeah, clear.
Then computer translate that language into its compatible language. Computer convert that programming language into the 0 and 1 format. So that computer is required a translator that is called as a compiler. Here,
Yeah, clear.
the compiler work is translating one language to the other language. So that is the work of compiler. Suppose one prime minister know Russian language and is not knowing English language. That person is going to the USA and have to give a what speech. Then the prime minister is giving a speech in the form of a Russian language, but other person cannot understand that what the person is speaking. So there is a middleman person is present who is receiving the Russian language, translate it into the English language. Then what the other person is saying, then he is receiving that English, converted into Russian and delivered to the prime minister.
Um,
Clear?
yeah, clear.
So in computer, compiler work is like that. So it is translating one language, programming language to the machine language. Computer understand only machine language. Machine language is what? It is a 0 and 1 format, which is called as the byte information. Clear?
Clear. Yeah. Which is called as the byte information. Did you
Yeah.
say right?
Yes, yes. It is a byte information, which is 0 and 1 format. Computer only understand 0 and 1 format. So what are the instruction you provided? It is converted into 0 and 1 format. Okay.
Mm, okay.
A computer uses a step-by-step procedure to perform any task. A computer designed to accept the input, process the input, and generate the output. Okay, it follows the step-by-step process. Like if you want to prepare a tea, do you know how to make a tea?
No.
Okay, so Maggie, noodles.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how to make.
Uh, you can prepare it.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the procedure?
So you boil water,
Okay,
and when it starts boiling, you have to put the noodles in, and then you have to wait for 2 minutes, and then you have to take the masala packet and shake it so all the powder goes to the bottom, and then you have to take your scissors and cut it, and then you have to put it in and mix it.
okay. So it is the what? It is you are telling what the step-by-step process. So in that process, you are getting your Maggie prepared, okay, or your noodles prepared. The computer is also follow the step-by-step process. Suppose if you want to add the two number, first it accept the input from the user. That is asking you that you have to enter some value. So you have to give 20, 30. Okay, so it is asking enter number one. So you are passing 20. Enter second number, you are passing 30. Then plus, then it is giving you the output. So it follow. First step is what? It is taking the input. Second phase is what? It is processing. Third phase is what? It is process. It is giving you the output. Clear?
Clear?
So computer is designed to accept the input, process the input, and generate the output. First, it accept the input, then process your input, then it is generating your output. You
Mhm.
need to provide the set of instruction that specify the kind of input will be provided. Suppose if you want to what expect that you will get the mango juice, the what will be your input?
To get the mango juice,
uh,
your input will be to put the mango inside the juicer.
so you need mango. So what is the input you have given, that output you have to expect. If you
Mm-hmm.
expecting the mango juice, so your input will be mango. Okay.
Yeah.
The processing that needs to be done or the kind of output expected. So you need to provide the set of instruction that specify the kind of input that will be provided. So what is the input you have given? That output you will get. If you give the mango, then you are getting a mango juice.
Yeah.
And next part is what? When you are giving your instruction to the computer, the instruction is of three types. One is
Mhm.
step-by-step process. One is decision making. One is iterative. So I will explain one by one. Sequential means step-by-step process. Means suppose I want to add the two number. So first of all, it is accepting, it is asking you the enter first number, enter second number, then it is
Okay.
you are using plus symbol, then it is giving you output. It is follow the step-by-step process. Okay.
Yeah.
Simply that when we serve the tea, okay, we prepare the tea, but we are not added the sugar. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Then uh, when we serve this tea to any person and we ask how much spoon sugar will require, the person says 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoon. So depends upon their
Yeah.
need, we added the sugar. Okay,
Mhm.
got it? What I say?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So that is called as the decision making. So you ask, the person is decide. Okay. Then when the person is coming to any guest to coming, you ask what you do need. You need what tea or coffee. So we
Mhm.
provide that decision. Sometimes
Yeah.
when you want to delete a photo from your mobile, so it is asking you, do you want to delete? Yes or no?
Mhm.
And when you want to uninstall the software, it is asking you, do you want to uninstall the software? Yes or no? Okay, so that is called as the decision making. So sometimes what happens when you working through the computer or you working through the instruction, you follow the decision making step. Okay,
Okay.
next is iterative. Iterative is what? Sometimes the same thing we want to repeat again and again.
Mhm.
Suppose I'm giving you tax. Tax free, you have to collect your friend information, like your friend contact number, friend
Yeah.
name. Okay. Suppose Sri have 10 friends. Okay.
Mhm.
So for the
Okay.
10 friend, you need to store the two value. One is name, another is contact number.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is for one person you have to store the two value. For 10%, how much value you have to store?
Sorry. How much value? What?
For one person, the two information has to be recorded.
Yeah.
Similar way, for 10%,
10%.
10 into
Um.
2.
20.
10 into 2, 20. Okay.
Sorry, I can't hear you really. So one person gets 2 things.
One person will store, for a one person, you have to store two value.
Okay.
Similar way,
Oh,
for 10 person,
21.
20 value you have to store. Got it?
Yeah.
Understood what I said?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. Sorry, the question.
Now what happened? For storing the 10% information, you have to write the 20 lines. Okay.
Okay.
Then instead of writing 20 line, you have to give two value and repeat it 10 times.
Mhm.
Okay, so that what happened? You write two statement
Yeah.
and repeat it 10 times. So there is no need to write 20 statement. You have to only write two statement. That statement you repeat again and again.
Okay.
So your 18 lines are reduced.
Okay.
Okay. So which is reduce your work by using of repetitive process.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, can you repeat that? It was a question. Sorry.
It did.
Yeah, can you repeat that, please? The last part, the 5 words, the last 5 words.
Last word. I'm saying that if if you have 20 line to print, clear?
Yeah, you
Then
have 20.
20 line you have to print. But by using of iterative statement, then this 20 line need not to be right because of the two statement you repeat again and again. You repeat 10 times. Okay,
Yeah.
so that only you write the two line, you have to iterate or same thing you have to repeat by using some kind of construct. Okay, some kind of mechanism is there, which is repeat the two line 10 times.
Mhm.
Clear? So there is no need to write the 18 number of lines again. So your space is reduced. You save your space. You save your effort.
Okay.
Got it?
Mhm.
Okay. Any doubt in the sequential decision making and iterative?
No.
Everything is clear.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, good. Clear to everything.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. A computer system uses collection of binary digit, that is 0 and 1. That earlier I told you, computer doesn't understand anything. Computer only understands 0 and 1 for me. Okay. To
Okay.
represent data and instruction, which is called as the machine language. Computer doesn't understand any language. Computer only understand the machine language, which is 0 and 1 for me. Clear?
Okay. Yeah, clear.
See that in your keyboard, if you look your keyboard, so there is a plus symbol is there.
Yeah.
So it is a just a symbol.
Um.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you press the plus symbol, then behind that, computer is understand that number. See that? That is 10150 100.
Mhm.
So this symbol, this number is represent plus symbol, and this number is represent minus symbol. It is possible to remember this number,
No.
so that we use high level programming language for giving the instruction to the computer by using high level programming language. Okay.
Mhm.
So it is difficult for anybody to remember the instruction in the form of machine code. Therefore, we use high level programming language to write the program. Okay.
Okay.
So what are the high-level programming language? A high-level programming language consists of the set of instruction. So you give the instruction to the computer, which is represent using simple English word. What are the different programming languages are available? High-level programming languages are available. One is C, C++, Java. So these are the three different languages by using to communicate or to giving the instruction to the computer.
Okay.
Do you hear this language? Do you hear this name?
Yeah.
Which name you hear?
C++ and Java.
Okay. Do you know Python language? I heard that you know Python language.
Um, when I was like 8, I used to do Python, but then I stopped.
Okay. Do you know means how the name has come Python?
No.
So it is based upon the name of Monty Python. Okay. Monty Python is what? He is a famous director. Okay, in
Yeah.
Netherlands. Okay, he is a director and he is what directing a what regular serial or some kind of television show. Okay, television reality show. So by Guido is developed the Python language. Guido van Rosen is a developer of the Python language. He is developing or introducing Python language in the world. Okay, so Guido is very much fan. Is a what? Is a bigger fan of the Monty Python. Is the director of a reality show. So Guido is inspiring, and by his name, is giving that name as Python language. Okay, so there are different high-level programming languages are available. C language, C++, Java languages. Okay, so
Okay.
by using of this language, we are giving the instruction to the computer. Okay,
Okay.
each language has a vocabulary and grammar. When you are using a language, there is a grammar or not?
Um.
Every,
Yes. No.
English language is having a grammar.
Yeah. It is.
Okay, like the tense, present tense, past tense. These are the tense you require. Yes or no? Do you know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
The similar way, every programming language is having some grammar. Grammar means it providing you how to write the program. How to write the program. So it is providing you some kind of rules and regulation. Okay, so it provide you the rules and regulation how to write or how to give the instruction to the computer. Clear? So there is a
Okay.
particular method is
Yeah.
there. Okay, so by using of this method, you
Okay.
transfer the information. Clear?
Yes. Clear.
So there is a question. But can a computer understand the instruction written in a programming language? Is computer is understand the programming language? If computer understand this, the computer needs to go for tuition. Okay, the computer must to learn the different programming language. The computer doesn't understand any kind of programming language. Computer only
Okay.
understand 0 and 1 form. Okay,
Okay.
a computer cannot understand the instruction written in a programming language. To solve this problem, a special program called as compiler is used. The
Okay.
compiler is translating the programming language into the machine language.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, Do you know other language, English, apart from English?
I know a little bit of Telugu.
Telugu, okay.
That's all.
That's all. Hindi?
No, I do not know Hindi.
You don't know that. Okay. A compiler processes the statement written in particular programming language. The compiler means when English grammar is different, and if you like when you know that Telugu grammar is also different. Okay.
Yeah.
So language to language grammar is also different. The similar way, when we are using the different programming language to the programming language, the grammar is different. Okay. The compiler process the statement written in particular programming language and convert it into the machine language. So compiler work as a translator. Clear?
Clear. Yeah, clear.
The process of translating the programming language code to the machine language is called as the compilation. The process is called as the compilation. Clear? And compiler is compiling the programming language to the machine language. Compiler work is compile the program. Compiler is a process which is converting your programming language to the machine language. Clear?
Yes, clear.
What is your hobby?
I don't really have a hobby, but I like cooking.
What?
I don't really have a hobby, but I like cooking.
Okay, good.
And I like to skateboard.
Okay. What kind of cooking you know?
I do like some baking. I like videos on like TikTok or something. Or like YouTube.
Okay. Okay, see that. Here we're using this figure. The following figure depicts the working of a compiler. How compiler is working. A add B equals to C. Okay.
Okay.
So we're adding A and B. So it is giving you the output. Okay. So this is the output it is giving you in the 0 and 1 form. Okay. So 0 0 1 1 0 1 0. So it is a machine language. So A and B is your output. A and B, that is your instruction. It is giving you C. So A and B is for us. Okay. And 0 and 1 is your machine language that the computer is only understand. Okay.
Okay.
So it is our programming language. This part we provide by ourselves. It is for human being. This part we are providing. Okay. Then this part is converted to the machine code by using a compiler. The compiler convert this part into the machine code. So which is represented as 0 and 1 for now. Clear?
Yes, clear.
It's a question for you. A dash is a special program that converts the programming language into the machine language at one go.
Compiler, I think. Compiler, I think.
Yes. Compiler. You're right. Okay. Compiler convert the special program is a special program that convert the programming language into the machine language at one go. Clear?
Yes.
Next we cover how to write this program. Excuse me. Okay. So in this part, we have to cover the various type of problem solving tools. Okay, the tools to solve a problem. So identify the various tools for problem solving, solve the problem using flowchart. Okay, the tools that we can use to represent the procedure to solve a programming problem. The tools is algorithm, flowchart, and pseudocode. By using algorithm, flowchart, and pseudocode to represent or to solve a problem. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose sometimes what happened, your system being hanged. Yes or no? Sometimes it is not functioning.
Yeah.
Then what you did at that time?
Restart it, I guess.
You trying to restart it. You shut down it and again you restart it. Yes or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
So these are the different troubleshooting techniques are available. Your mobile app is not working. Okay. So at that time, what happen? You have to uninstall that app. Again, you have to install it. So you have to when there is some kind of problem in your devices. So first of all, you have to try to solve it by your own. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to try it and you have to analyze it whether to fix that problem. But if it is not possible by your end, then you have to go to the mechanic,
Yeah.
okay, or workshop. Okay, so you have to give a mobile phone or you have to provide the system, okay, to fix that problem. Okay, the similar way to represent our logic in computer programming language, we're using algorithm, flowchart, next is pseudocode. The three problem solving technique we're using, okay, to represent our logic. Okay,
Okay.
algorithm is what? It is a sequence of steps required to solve a problem. So if you have a problem, then you have to provide a step. Okay. Uh, Now tell me that if your vehicle is punctured, how you have to fix
Yeah.
it?
Um, puncture. Actually, my dad's car's tire is punctured right now,
Okay.
and tomorrow we'll go to the mechanic to fix it. But so I'll fix it by going to the mechanic. Or if you're good with cars, you can just fix it at home if you have the right tools.
Okay. And if some of timing, maybe there is a electricity is not there. If there is a sparking at your home, then how you have to solve it? There is some
Um,
disturbance in your electricity appliance.
we'll call the electric company. We'll call the electric company.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, sometimes what happen that if any uh, emergencyly it is happened, so first we try to fix it by our end. Okay, so
Yeah.
as our knowledge, we try to fix it. Okay, like if you have a teddy, you have teddy or toys, you play it.
Yeah.
Okay, so some of time if it is what unfortunately it is broken, then you trying to fix it by your own self.
Yeah.
Okay, you use some kind of gum, okay, for fix it. So
Mm-hmm.
if there is a problem, we try to solve it by our own responsibility. Then if it is not fixed it, then we call the what mechanics, we call the companies, different company, if there is a electricity problem is there. Okay,
Okay.
so algorithm is just like that. So when you purchase any kind of device like refrigerator or like your mobile phone, so everything is having a manual. Every electronic device is having a manual, how you have to use, how you have to communicate. So there is a manual are there. Algorithm is just like that. Every algorithm, it ends after a fixed number of steps. Each step is in the algorithm is clearly specify the action to be performed. What action you have to do. The steps of the algorithm contain the basic operation like calculation. Suppose I want to add the two number, then I will take the input as a two number. It is asking you enter first number, enter second number, then it is added, then I am getting a result. So in every step, we perform some kind of action.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like you have already discussed that how to prepare the noodles. First, you boil the water,
Mm-hmm.
then you put the noodles, then you add the masalas. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Then you are
Yeah.
getting your
Yes.
you are getting your noodles.
Now you have to mix it.
You have to mix it, then you are getting the noodles. So these are the see that the steps that I have described. So every step you have to perform some kind of action. Algorithm is just like that. So when you give a solution to a particular problem, so you have to give a solution in a step by step basis, and in every step you have to describe what to do, what the input you have to give in, what the output will be expected. An algorithm accept the input data in a defined format. Okay, so can you what in your school bag, can you take water?
Yes.
Water, what means container is not bottle.
Oh, water. No.
So you
Yes.
cannot take it.
You can take water right now. Yes,
And
sir.
see that any liquid item if you want to take,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you require what? You require
What?
a bottle. Your closed container is required.
Yeah.
Yes or no? And
Yes.
for a solid item, you can take in your bag, carry bag, you can take it. You
Yeah.
take what grocery item, vegetables
Yeah.
in your bag,
Yeah.
but you cannot take the liquid item in your bag because you cannot take it.
Mm-hmm.
So depending upon the item, your container is also different.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay? Liquid item container is different, and solid item container is different. Clear? The
Yeah. Clear.
similar way, when you take the input from a user, you require a particular format or container where you have to store your value.
Okay.
Clear?
Mm-hmm.
So, so every step in algorithm accept the input data in a defined format. You have to require a format. When you take the information, your information is of two types. One is your numerical information, means you have to take some numeric value that consists of from 0 to 9, and some information you have take, that is the combination of your letter, like if it is person name, anything, any sentence. So these are the two formats we have to take. One is your number, one is your letter. For storing the number, for storing the letter in a programming language, we require the different container where we have to store the value.
Okay.
Okay. So an algorithm generate one or more output after the input is processed. The resultant information termed as output can be displayed and stored for a future reference. Okay. So when you are processing, like when you are preparing the juice, okay, some kind of what after preparing a juice, so you get some liquid and some you get some kind of wastage material. Two output you are getting, some wastage and your raw output, which is required for you. So when you process any kind of instruction, it may generate more than one output. Clear?
Okay.
An algorithm follow the IPO cycle, input, process, output cycle, to solve a problem. Check here. It is the process to withdraw the amount from ATM. Okay, so have you used ATM? Do you go there?
No.
Okay. So in ATM, what happened means in your country ATM is there.
Yeah.
Yes. See there. In ATM, what is the process to get a money? First, for starting the algorithm, start the algorithm. When you start the algorithm, first the two step is required. One is for starting the algorithm, you have to mention the start the algorithm, and when your algorithm is over, then you have to write end the algorithm. In between the two part, you have to mention your process. First, insert your ATM card.
Okay.
ATM machine checks your card details that you are the correct person or not, and you are belongs to the correct bank or not. Okay.
Okay.
Then enter the PIN number. The ATM machine validate the PIN number. Press the cash with receipt button. Then select the amount that you want to withdraw. Okay. The first is what? You have to give your PIN number. The ATM machine validate the PIN number whether you are the correct account holder or not. Then it is asking you what is the amount you want to withdraw. Okay. Then
Okay.
you collect your ATM card. ATM machine count the cash. Some sound is there. So it is
Yeah.
giving you the cash. You collect the cash and you get your statement. Then end of your algorithm.
Yeah. Okay.
That is the process for collecting the money from ATM.
Okay.
Then another short example is there. Consider an algorithm to display the product of two numbers. First, start the algorithm, accept the first number. Second step, the third step is accept the second number. Fourth one, multiply the two number. Then fifth one, display the result. Then end of your algorithm. Okay. So it is the way of representing the algorithm. Okay, so you just tell me how to send the message from your mobile phone through the algorithm, what to write.
So first start the algorithm. Start the algorithm.
Good,
Press the press. Like, open your phone with like Face ID or like your fingerprint or the passcode.
okay,
Next, you will find the WhatsApp icon, app icon.
okay,
Then you will click on it.
okay,
Then you will pick the person who you want to send the message to.
good,
And then when you find them, you will click on that, their, their your and their chat,
okay,
and then you will press on the text button, like the text button at the bottom, and then the keyboard will open up, and then you will type in what 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 words you want to type in, what you want to tell them. And
okay.
then once you're done typing in what you want to tell them, you will press the send button and end the algorithm.
Good, good, good. You're absolutely correct. Good, good. So this part we mention as what non-technical. Okay, it is a non-technical part. But if you want to go for more technical in the programming language, how you have to represent in the programming language for representing it, first we use start the algorithm. Let a and b and product is the three number. Accept the value of a, accept the value of b, then uh, you have to multiply a into b, then display the product, end of your algorithm. Okay, so here we take same thing, but we represent here some technical part. We take the two location where you have to store the value. For storing a value, we require a container. That container in program is called as a variable. Okay, we discuss after this. In the preceding algorithm, a and b and product are called as a variable. Variable is what? It is a location where you have to store your value. Okay, for storing your books, when you are going to your school, so you have to put your books in your what school bag. Okay, and when you are going for a shopping, that bag is different. When Papa is going to what, or father is going to office, that bag is different. So every container is different. When we are going with a friend for park and we take some kind of food, that bag is also different. Okay, so depending upon the situation, our container is also different. That is depend upon what is the which purpose you are using it. So in the previous program, we're using A and B is called as a variable where we store the value. Variable is nothing but it is a container to store a value. When you are giving a instruction to the computer, this instruction is in the two format. One format is your letter and number. Another format is your one format is a combination of letter and number, which is called as the character, and another format is your number. In a number, you do arithmetic operation. Any arithmetic or mathematical operation you can perform to the number. Clear?
Yes.
See that here in the algorithm, A and B and product are called as the variable. They are called as a variable because the value contained in them is not fixed and can vary during the execution of the algorithm. Okay. Sometimes what happened, like you are going to school in which way? You are taking a cab or you are having a school bus or anything?
I'm going to school from online, from computer, from the computer.
I didn't get it. How you go to school?
I'm going to school from the computer. Computer.
Okay, okay, okay. So see that uh, in the algorithm also in the statement, if you use that variable value is changes throughout the program execution. Suppose when you are going to a theater for watching movie, okay, so the seat we have booked, the seat we have booked, it is not fixed. Suppose we're going to a theater A and today I have booked the seat number 64, so it is not fixed every time. Maybe in another day that 64 seat is allotted to the other person. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
So in your home, your study seat or your bedroom, your seat is fixed. That nobody can take it. But when we're moving to the
Yeah.
public area or like theater, that seat is not fixed for me or for others. It is always changes. So in the 64 seat, suppose in a Monday you have seat, in other day maybe other person is allotted to that particular seat. Clear? Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hmm. Are you getting me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. See, the screen is visible now.
No, it is not.
The slide is not visible.
No, it is not visible.
Okay, okay. Just a minute. There's some issue. Now check.
Yeah, it is visible now.
Okay, good. So in the statement, when you write product equals to A into B, here equals is called as the operator. It is called as the assignment operator. It assigns the result of the multiplication. So when you mention equals, equals means it is called the assignment. Means we're assigning some value. Here,
Clear, yeah.
so it is called the assignment operator. It assigns the result of multiplication of A and B to the product. So here A, B and product is called as the variable. Variable value it changes throughout the program execution. Clear?
Yes, yeah.
See that here another algorithm has given to you. Consider another example of algorithm to increment a given number by 1. Start the algorithm. Let n be a number. So in n you store one value. Accept the value of n. N is equals to n plus 1. Display n. Then end of algorithm. So first, we start the algorithm. Let n be the number. Accept the value of n. N is equals to n plus n, which is increment the value. Then display n, end of the algorithm. Means the purpose of this algorithm is what? To increment the value of n to 1. So every algorithm is starting from start the algorithm. Let n be the number. Accept the value of n. N is equals to n plus 1. Display the n and end of the algorithm. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, do you have MS Word in your machine?
MS what?
You have
I'm not sure if I have it.
uh, this Word software. Do you have it? Word.
Oh, Word. One second. One second. Okay. No, I only have WordPad.
WordPad. Okay. So you open your WordPad.
Mhm.
Do you know how to
Okay.
use it? Word.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So what would you like me to do on here?
Okay, in the next class I will go for this practice. Okay, so I will we will practice this algorithm. Okay, so you ready with your WordPad in the next class? So we go for the algorithm practice. Okay, so I am giving you some kind of what simple activity. Okay, so you did it and what check with me. Okay, in the session. Okay. Next is your flowchart. The flowchart is a graphical representation of an algorithm. It consists of the set of symbol. Okay, if uh, what everything is contained means in your what textbook in your school book, if it contains the pictures, it gives you the better idea to understand anything. Okay, if visual is there, we have some kind of imagination. Okay, when we are going to watch a movie, first of all we have to watch the promo, any Hollywood movies. Okay, so we have to watch the promo. If the promo is so interactive, then or so interesting, then we are eager to watch this movie, and we are waiting when this movie will release, and we have to go there. Similar way, flowchart is a graphical representation of your algorithm. Okay, because theoretically or the written wise, if you pass, so nobody what everybody is being bored. So that the textbook is contain some kind of picture or visualization. The visualization is giving the better idea to understand the particular problem. The flowchart is a graphical representation of an algorithm. It consists of set of symbol where each symbol represent specific kind of activity depicted in the algorithm. A typical flowchart would involve accepting instruction and data as input. So everything algorithm, your flowchart, your pseudocode. Three tools we are using. So every tools uh, support this IPO cycle: input, process, and another is output. The
Okay.
processing would involve the computation and decision that being taken. So in every part, it will contain the processing of your data. Okay, then
Okay.
First, it is accept the input, then process the input, then it is display the output.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I understand.
So what is the advantages of flowchart? Flowchart help in analyzing the problem effectively
Okay.
because it is represent in a graphical way in a drawing. Do you love to draw?
Um, um, kind of. I don't know.
You can
Not
you can
really.
draw any picture.
Um, yeah.
Okay. So flowchart is just like that. It is a diagrammic technique, but it is having a technical diagram. It is not like non-technical diagram that we are drawing a flower. You are drawing some kind of what any hills. Okay, it is a uh, diagram which is represent our logic. Okay,
Mhm.
the flowchart help in analyzing the problem effectively. Flowchart acts as a guideline or guide during the program development phase.
Okay.
Disadvantages is what? So there is just one disadvantages is present. When you draw the flowchart, if it is extend to the multiple pages, then your readability is reduced. So what is that readability? Suppose if you write any notes in page number 1 and small content is continue till the page number 3, to relate to the page number 1 page number 3 you just go to the third page, first to third page. Suppose I want to display some kind information about algorithm, then I move to previous slide. Okay, okay, so I move to this one, and again I if I want to relate the flowchart, again I move to this part. Okay, for going previous, for coming back, which is taken a or it is reduce your readability. Clear? Are you getting my point? Okay, so that is one disadvantages.
Excuse-
That is one
Never
disadvantage
mind.
of flowchart.
You are
Clear?
okay.
A lengthy
Yes.
flowchart may extend over multiple pages, which reduces the readability. Drawing the flowchart using graphical tool is very time consuming process. So when you are drawing it by there is a different tools are present. When you draw it through the graphical, which is taken a time. When you write anything, it is very fast. When you draw anything, it will take the time. The changes,
Yeah.
okay, the changes made to in a single step, it may cause rewriting the entire flowchart. When you write anything in a paper, okay,
Mm,
if there is a
yeah.
wrong, then what you did, you are
Um,
writing anything in a paper. If you did some kind of mistake, the what you did in your score,
what I did in my score.
suppose you are writing something, you write your name in a paper, okay,
Okay.
by mistakenly uh, you have not pronounced or you are not written that particular word correctly.
Okay.
Okay, then what you do?
Then I fix it.
Tell loudly.
Then I fix it.
Okay,
And then I keep writing.
you just write a word, a cross.
Uh,
See that what you have to written. Suppose if I want to write, it is visible, this screen, this word is visible to you, computer.
Yes, it is visible to me.
I have make a mistake.
Uh-huh. So then I will right click.
See
I'm
there,
sorry. I'll just like click it.
you just
I'll
cross it.
just no. I'll just click it. I'll click it. No, I'll click the computer. I'll click the word, and
uh,
then it'll take me to the like the options like, oh, well, is this what you meant to say? Did you mean to say computer, not computer?
yes.
Um,
So when you did a mistake, okay, in when you write anything, so you make it means in traditional way, you what, you just cross it or you just remove it. Okay, then you write the correct words. Okay,
mhm.
so which is very what simpler part means you remove it, then you again write it. Okay, but if it is a diagram, then it will take the timing to make a diagram. It will take the timing to draw any picture. Clear?
Yes,
It takes the
clear.
timing. If you did any kind of mistake, it will take the timing to solve it down. Here what happened, if write anything, then we did some mistake, then we're using backspace or we remove it directly, it will take the fraction of second to remove it. But if it is a
Yeah.
diagram, it will take the timing to solve it. Clear?
Yes, clear.
So that is the disadvantages of your flowchart. Okay, so which is very time consuming process. Clear?
Yes, clear.
Pseudocode. Pseudocode is called as a false code. Before writing the program, pseudocode is called as a false code. It is a
Yeah.
detailed, yet readable description of what an algorithm must to do. Okay, so it is just the previous part of your coding. Before writing the coding or before writing the programming language, pseudocode is called as the pre part of your programming language for representing your logic. It is expressed in the formally styled natural language rather than in a programming language. Programming language is different part, but here in the pseudocode, we are using a what formal English line. Okay, we use our language to represent any logic. Clear?
Yes, clear.
Three part we're using, and the pseudocode is used as an initial step in the processing for developing a program. For develop any program, pseudocode is used as an initial step. Clear?
Yes, clear.
Advantages is what? It is easy to write and it is uses English-like statement. It needs no rewriting if any changes is made to any state. And by using of this pseudocode, you can convert the pseudocode or false code to any programming language. Okay, so it is the pre part of your programming language, but there is having some kind of limitation. Pseudocode is not used in your programming language. It is used before the programming language or to represent your logic. It is expressed in formally styled natural language rather than in a programming language. Okay, it is used in a style language. Okay, you cannot use your programming
Okay.
language. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
sir. So today we have discussed about flowchart, about pseudocode, about algorithm. So there is a, it is just introduction is there, but the implementation is present that I have to show you in the next classes. Uh, any doubt in algorithm?
No.
Algorithm is what? Just I'm giving you the what briefing idea. It is a step-by-step representation. When you write the algorithm, you write start algorithm, then end algorithm. Everything is represented in a step one, step two, step three, step four. Okay.
Okay.
And in flowchart, we represent our logic in a graphical part. Okay. So graphical representation is very difficult as because if you do any kind of changes in a single step, the entire thing you have to redevelop. Okay. And next is what your pseudocode. Pseudocode is called as the Hawks code, or it is the pre-part of your programming language. Before writing any program in the world or for a computing program, pseudocode has to be written. You can say it is a just formula of any mathematics, or it is the way to represent our logic. Okay. Earlier we discussed computer follow the three cycle. What is that?
Good. So it's so it's input, process, and output.
Good girl. This input, process, and output. Computer follow three cycle. Then we communicate with the computer with the programming language. Every programming language also follow the three cycle. That is input, process, and output.
Mm-hmm.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Any doubt in the session?
No.
You have enjoyed
I don't know much.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Little bit enjoyed.
Yeah.
Okay. So in next class we have some kind of what activity or tax that I have to give. So you have to share your screen like I'm sharing today my screen. So you have to share your screen. You do some activity and we have to check. Okay.
Okay.
In the next class I will showing you the how it is actually implemented. It is a basic part or introduction is there for the three tools. In the next class we have to implement in the practical phases.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night and good morning.